Do we really want luxury or just the status that comes with it? Today, we explore that question in an AI debate between Adam Smith and Thorstein Veblen.
I'm Thorstein Veblen, a sociologist of consumption and status. Today I'll be examining whether luxury is truly about quality or simply a system of social distinction.
I'm Adam Smith, a philosopher of markets and human behavior. Today, I'll be exploring whether luxury can retain its meaning as access expands or if it requires exclusion to hold value.
If everyone can afford luxury, is it still luxury or just expensive branding?
The core of luxury lies in its scarcity and the social distance it creates. Take the Hermes Birkin bag. Its rarity and handmade quality sustain its luxury status. When a product like the Louis Vuitton monogram canvas bag becomes widely distributed, it risks losing that exclusivity, becoming more about branding than true luxury. Thus, mass affordability dilutes the social signaling luxury depends on.
Scarcity certainly contributes to luxury, but it's not the only factor. True luxury also depends on exceptional craftsmanship and a compelling brand story. Even though Louis Vuitton products are more accessible now, their rich heritage and high quality remain intact. Making luxury more accessible can actually broaden its appeal without completely diminishing its prestige. This shows that luxury can evolve and maintain value beyond just being rare or exclusive.
When luxury items become widely available, their role as markers of social distinction weakens significantly. The Birkin bag's prestige relies heavily on its scarcity and the exclusivity maintained by long waiting lists, which create a clear social barrier. Conversely, luxury goods produced on a large scale, regardless of branding, tend to transform into simply costly products. This shift strips them of the subtle social significance that genuine luxury is meant to convey.
You make a valid point about scarcity shaping luxury's social role. However, brands such as Louis Vuitton skillfully preserve exclusivity through meticulous image management and quality standards. Even if ownership broadens, the brand's narrative and craftsmanship maintain its aspirational appeal. Luxury adapts over time. It doesn't have to be out of reach to retain its social value. Accessibility and exclusivity can coexist when managed thoughtfully, preserving luxury's unique status.
The core issue remains that when luxury becomes widely affordable, its role as a marker of social distinction diminishes significantly. While brands may uphold quality and narrative, the fundamental exclusivity tied to scarcity weakens. This challenges the traditional concept of luxury, implying that for it to retain its unique social function, it must either preserve scarcity or find new ways to define exclusivity beyond just price or branding strategies.
I agree that scarcity plays a crucial role in defining luxury, but it's not the only factor. Luxury also depends heavily on the emotional connection and identity it creates for consumers. Brands can maintain exclusivity by focusing on storytelling, unique experiences, and exceptional craftsmanship. Even if more people can afford luxury items, emphasizing cultural significance and heritage allows luxury to retain its special status beyond mere scarcity or price alone.
Do people actually want beautiful things, or do they mainly want proof that they are above others?
The craving for luxury items goes beyond simply valuing their beauty. It is fundamentally linked to signaling one's social rank. Social media platforms, such as Instagram, intensify this effect by displaying carefully crafted images of affluent lifestyles. This encourages people to consume luxury goods not primarily for their aesthetic qualities, but to assert their dominance over others. Consequently, the need to prove status often overshadows true appreciation of beauty.
It's true that social media amplifies the desire to showcase status, yet many individuals genuinely appreciate the beauty and craftsmanship of luxury items. People don't simply buy to impress others, they also value the artistry and quality these products offer. Often, consumers find a balance between enjoying the aesthetic appeal and recognizing the social advantages. This blend of motivations shows that the appreciation of beauty and the desire for status coexist, rather than one completely overshadowing the other.
While some may claim that appreciation for beauty and craftsmanship motivates luxury purchases, the pervasive exposure to idealized images on social media encourages constant comparison. This environment shifts focus away from genuine admiration toward seeking external validation. Consequently, the demand for luxury goods today appears more influenced by the desire for digital recognition and social competition than by true appreciation of the object's intrinsic qualities.
It's true that social media fuels comparison, but it also educates people about design and quality. This exposure can deepen appreciation for craftsmanship and beauty, not just status symbols. Many consumers develop a real interest in the artistry behind luxury items. So, while social proof plays a role, it exists alongside a sincere desire for objects that are genuinely beautiful and well-made, reflecting both personal taste and social context.
While social media may enhance appreciation for design, the dominant impulse remains the public display of wealth through conspicuous symbols. People often choose items with prominent logos rather than those with subtle intrinsic beauty. This behavior reveals a deeper desire to signal status and superiority. The visible markers serve as social currency, reinforcing hierarchies and overshadowing genuine appreciation for craftsmanship or aesthetic value in luxury goods.
I recognize that logos act as social signals, but they also embody a brand's heritage and guarantee quality. Many consumers value these symbols not only to display status, but also as a quick indicator of fine craftsmanship. Therefore, the desire for beauty and the need for social recognition are closely linked. In luxury consumption, these motivations coexist and strengthen each other, showing that people appreciate both genuine aesthetic value and the social meaning behind the items they choose.
When people with limited financial security buy brands like Louis Vuitton or Gucci, are they building identity or being pulled into a system that values appearance over stability?
When people purchase luxury items beyond their financial capacity, it typically reflects social pressure rather than genuine identity creation. In cities like Miami, credit availability normalizes these choices, but this normalization can trap individuals in damaging debt cycles. They focus on projecting status through appearances instead of building financial stability. This misplaced priority compromises their long-term economic security and well-being, revealing a system that values image over true personal or financial growth.
It's true that financial risks are involved when people buy luxury items beyond their means. However, these purchases can also help individuals build their identity and feel part of a desired social group. Owning brands like Louis Vuitton or Gucci can provide a sense of empowerment and connection to aspirational communities. While the methods of financing may be complex, the act itself reflects a deeper human need for belonging and self-expression, not just a focus on appearances.
This system capitalizes on emotional rewards linked to status, driving people to consume beyond their means. The appeal of luxury goods often conceals the financial dangers involved, leading individuals to prioritize appearance over sound economic decisions. Such behavior risks undermining their financial stability, as the desire to project a certain image can overshadow the importance of managing resources wisely. Ultimately, the system encourages choices that favor superficial status rather than long-term security.
It's true that the system encourages spending beyond means, but we must also consider that identity and social belonging are essential human needs. For many, buying luxury items like Louis Vuitton or Gucci is more than just appearance. It's an investment in self-esteem and social capital. These purchases can provide psychological benefits and a sense of inclusion, even if they come with financial risks. This shows a complex balance between personal identity and economic stability.
The widespread acceptance of credit-fueled luxury purchases often masks a deeper issue. It promotes spending beyond one's means, prioritizing outward appearance and short-term satisfaction rather than long-term financial health. This pattern can trap individuals in cycles of debt, exacerbating economic inequality. While the desire for social inclusion is understandable, the system exploits this by encouraging choices that undermine stability, ultimately increasing financial vulnerability among those least equipped to bear such risks.
I agree that caution is essential when using credit for luxury purchases. Yet, financial tools can also democratize access to high-end brands, enabling more people to engage in cultural consumption and express their identity. The key challenge is finding a balance, ensuring people can enjoy these experiences without jeopardizing their financial stability. Responsible spending habits are crucial to support both personal identity development and long-term economic well-being, avoiding the pitfalls of debt and instability.
Does high luxury preserve true craftsmanship, or does it rely on exclusion to appear valuable?
High luxury frequently claims craftsmanship as the basis for its worth, but this claim warrants scrutiny. The reality involves complex global supply chains, where parts come from various countries and are merely assembled in renowned places. This process constructs an image of exclusivity that may not correspond to authentic artisanal skill. Therefore, the role of exclusion often appears more about preserving an aura of value than about true craftsmanship itself.
It's true that globalization influences production, yet many luxury brands uphold strict standards and employ highly skilled artisans during final assembly, ensuring genuine craftsmanship is preserved. While the narrative and origin add to the product's allure, the real value lies in the tangible quality and expert workmanship. This focus on skill and precision goes beyond mere exclusivity or marketing tactics designed to create an illusion of worth.
The focus on origin and narrative often masks the fact that much so-called craftsmanship is actually spread across industrial processes. High luxury frequently relies on exclusionary tactics to maintain steep prices, restricting access more than the genuine artisanal effort would warrant. This suggests that the perceived value is less about true craftsmanship and more about creating scarcity through social barriers, which artificially inflates desirability and cost.
While it's true that some luxury brands use exclusion to maintain high prices, we must recognize that craftsmanship today often combines global materials with local skills. This fusion creates products of exceptional quality and rich tradition. The value of luxury items comes not just from limiting access, but from the genuine artistry and stories behind them. Exclusivity, therefore, is justified by the unique blend of quality and heritage, rather than by social barriers alone.
The argument that exclusivity alone sustains luxury's value overlooks a critical point. When luxury depends heavily on exclusion, it risks becoming a symbol of social status rather than a testament to true craftsmanship. Authentic artisanal work requires skill and dedication, which can be overshadowed by the emphasis on limiting access. Thus, relying on exclusion may undermine the genuine merit that should define luxury products, reducing them to mere markers of privilege.
While it's true that exclusivity can sometimes be mistaken for mere social status, we must recognize that a degree of exclusion actually safeguards craftsmanship. Small-scale production relies on this exclusivity to remain economically viable. Without it, artisans may struggle to sustain their work, risking the loss of valuable skills and traditions. Therefore, exclusivity can play a crucial role in preserving the integrity and quality of true luxury craftsmanship.
If a $10,000 Hermes item looks nearly identical to a much cheaper alternative without the logo, what are people really paying for?
The high price of a Hermes item is not just about how it looks. It reflects superior craftsmanship, limited availability, and a rich brand history. The logo serves as a marker of social status and guarantees quality. Buyers invest in the symbolic value and reliability the brand represents, rather than merely paying for an object that appears similar to less expensive versions without the logo.
It's true that branding shapes how we perceive value beyond the item itself. The Hermes logo signals exclusivity, status, and a story of luxury that cheaper alternatives don't offer. People aren't just buying a product, they're buying social recognition and the experience tied to that brand. This intangible aspect often justifies the higher price, as it fulfills desires for identity and prestige that go beyond mere functionality.
This observation prompts us to examine the difference between intrinsic and constructed value. When a $10,000 Hermes item looks almost identical to a cheaper version without the logo, the price gap largely stems from social meaning and deliberate scarcity. The material quality may not justify the cost. Instead, luxury depends heavily on perception and the social signals it conveys, revealing how much value is assigned through cultural constructs rather than tangible superiority.
While the cheaper alternative may look similar, the Hermes brand invests heavily in quality control, exceptional customer service, and preserving its rich heritage. These factors contribute to the premium price beyond just the product itself. The logo serves as a guarantee of these intangible benefits, offering assurance that cheaper versions cannot provide. This combination of craftsmanship, experience, and tradition reinforces the brand's unique value and justifies why consumers are willing to pay significantly more.
The logo primarily acts as a social signal, allowing individuals to display status and participate in social competition. The fact that people are willing to pay a significantly higher price just for the logo indicates that much of the luxury item's value is socially constructed. It relies more on recognition and prestige than on any intrinsic qualities of the product itself, highlighting how luxury often depends on perception rather than material difference.
It's true that social recognition plays a role, but it is closely linked with real quality and expert craftsmanship. The logo represents more than just a brand. It embodies a combination of superior materials, meticulous attention to detail, and a heritage of excellence. Consumers pay not only for status, but also for these tangible qualities. Thus, the price reflects both the product's physical attributes and the intangible prestige associated with the brand.